Good day, everyone. All right, so I haven't done a public price action update in a little while. Been mostly sharing stuff in the members group, but I thought I'd go over price action here. So first, I'll say, I've inadvertently become a long-only trader in this range, and that's because although I was identifying some resistance like this 786, I didn't really have the criteria that I needed for a short. So I got some nice longs, got nice profits off of them, but didn't quite find the shorts. Um, so I want to go over those, but I just want to go over some key things you want to look for in uptrend. So, for example, I took the swing failure long. I'll talk about that, and I'll talk about some of these ideas I'm looking for here. But so we get this reaction, a retracement, and then as we pushed up above this level, I said local 0382 and POC aligned. Interested to see if we can get a back test as support. Lots of shorts opening. So what I'm pointing out there is that there's a lot of people bearish, lots of shorts opening. After we've moved above this major level, interested to see if we can back test it and claim it. So obviously we did. We got this nice little back test and a huge impulse off of it. That's just me saying nice little back test. Let's see if we can carry some momentum through. So why am I looking for that? Well, that's actually a similar setup to what we got here, right? The point of control shifted a bit, but we moved up through the level and we got a nice back test and an impulse off of it. So you can always look for those important levels to be reclaimed. And those are the types of places I add to a position. So, for example, I took a long here and I took a long here. This was the old point of control. It's now shifted up and we got a nice swing failure of this low. But you can also wait, carry that long, and add to your position if you get a nice reclaim of a level. Same to here, right? So I took this swing failure long, where we took these lows, we took all the liquidity, and then this is a nice place to add. So the the last trade I took, again, I didn't take any shorts up here because they didn't meet the criteria I had for shorting. We obviously had this incredible volatile time, waited for lower. I was watching as price came down. There were some levels I was interested in here. I never ended up taking a trade because we never got any strength. And then I saw when we took these lows, we had a lot of strength. So I just said, hey, I'm taking a long here. We have the point of control below us, which is a really important level. But based on order flow, it didn't look to me like we were actually going to come down to this level. And I said, this is a really difficult, this is difficult price action to trade because it's not really a key level here. Really, I'm just having to take trades off order flow, and it's not easy. But anyways, so we kind of meandered here, got this retracement, and then as we were pushing up today, or just now, I have something here. Here it is. So as we were coming up to this level, and I'm showing you this because it's really important to keep an eye out for this. I said we have a swing failure, which is a short setup. Need to keep an eye on that. But I said locally we do have strength, strong increase in open interest, both shorts and longs opening. I would say this leans more bullish, even if we get a local retracement. But it's probably 70 to 30 bearish, bullish bearish. So 70% bullish, 30% bearish. That's a subjective number. That's just kind of how I would interpret it. So let's go back to the 5-minute chart here. So that was where we had this initial rejection. And I'm saying, yes, there's a swing failure short. That's a nice potential short opportunity. But you have to take into context that this actually is more bullish. Even though we're getting this rejection, there's a strong open interest increase. So it's more likely we carry up. So now we've pushed through this level. We've back tested it as support. We'll see if we can hold it. Certainly need to keep an eye on order flow. But that's what I like to do is, I'm watching for key levels, but I'm also watching order flow at those key levels to see what's likely to happen because you can have a technical setup, but we all know that not every technical level holds as support. And even in order flow, sometimes you have bullish order flow and price goes lower, or bearish order flow and price goes higher. So you really need to be, you know, you need to use risk management. I've gotten some very nice longs in this range. Uh, I've been quite proud of some of these positions I've gotten because I got this long and I got this short and then I got this long and I got this long and I missed this short. I got this ad here I got this long. I did take 2 losing trades on the way down here. But I mean, they're stopped out locally. So, you know, you take the losing trades, but then you get this really nice swing failure, which you can take a bigger position on because it has tighter invalidation. Got an ad here. So anyways, I've got a lot of nice longs, and maybe a little disappointed that I didn't miss this short, but I missed this short. I could have maybe taken it, except I just, from an order flow perspective, there wasn't actually anything particularly bearish here. But that doesn't mean we can't just wash out all these longs, which we did. So anyways, let's go over price action. So we have nice downside levels. We have nice upside levels. I think to the downside, probably the most interesting level is I have a lot of probably irrelevant TA turned on here. I was just showing there's a lot of confluence at this point of control here. But yeah, we have this golden pocket, which would take us right under this wick low. And this is something I've talked about a lot in the members group over the months. And one thing I use for confluence is this wick low is not the golden pocket, right? When it was made, but then we make this high and it becomes the 618. And it's almost like an inverse price extension. And so it's one of the things I sometimes use for confluence is when we front run a level, but then we make a new high and that old level becomes the 618. And it kind of gives you some confluence for this being a major high. It happens a lot. I've never seen anyone talk about it, but I see it all the time. A level gets front run, and then the new high that gets put in makes that level, that significant retracement level. So now what that does is that gives us a really nice level where we have right at the 618, this important low. And if we ever come down and take that low, we have a nice setup for a liquidity grab swing failure. 786 is also important. I won't go into that level as much here, but there's reasons why. The primary reason being this range has been really well defined by the 786. And even here was a 786, which I pointed out at the time. I said, hey, this is likely to be local resistance, although I did not short it, which may have been an error. So anyways, what are we looking at here? So here's a major downside level if we lose the point of control. For now, there's no reason to get particularly bearish because we're holding major support. At the time, this was the point of control. We can actually even re-pull this. We put in quite a bit of volume, so this point of control may have shifted a bit. No, it's still right here. So it was down here. You can see there's some high volume areas. This is sort of a region, certainly. You could almost claim, I'm just noticing, that this point of control is this whole block here. So this bounce could actually be almost considered a point of control bounce because you can see here in the volume profile, this volume is pretty widely distributed in this region. So you always want to consider that depending on the fidelity of your volume profile, that it can be a bit of a region or the time frame of it. So obviously, we have some local resistance here. I think this is the golden pocket locally. Very close. So that's going to be just from a price action perspective. Price likes to move in between these retracement levels quite regularly. So we're going to have to watch out for that, getting a little bit of a rejection here. To the upside, I'll just say, you know, if we get a push up, I'd very much like to see price take these highs, and we have a really important horizontal level here. Go to the daily chart. So we have this old range point of control, which if you ever watch my point of control or volume profile video, I made it up here, and I had identified this as an important level of support. You pull a volume profile across this old range, which actually ended up being the low we dinged off here. And then we range back up to 48K. But now this is going to be important resistance. We haven't tapped it yet. So if we can push up and tap that and we get a rejection, maybe a swing failure of this high. So it'll look like this. Swing failure here. And if you're not great at reading order flow, you don't necessarily need to take an entry right on the level. You can wait for this low or high to be taken. Then you have an entry. Let me delete these. And this is just a technical trade setup, right? Anything can happen, but you have an entry stop loss above the high, and you can look to carry that on to the lows of the range, take profits on the way before key support. Let me close this. So yeah, that's my high time frame level to the upside, and then I have these levels to the downside that have kind of liquidity ideas surrounding them. So I think that's interesting. Locally, I'm in longs. I've been, I've taken longs. I have a long still from here. Obviously took profits on it, and I've just been adding to longs. There was lots of trades in this range, but more recently I found a long here and been finding longs and adding and finding longs, adding. So, I'm hoping if we get a major high and we do reject, that my technical analysis, my ability to read order flow will get me in a nice short if there is one. This is just, ultimately I'm trading, right? I made a comment that everybody calls a move against their bias scam. This price action is volatile, but ultimately there was resistance here. I didn't take the short. You don't lose any money not taking a trade, though. You lose potential money, but it's better to not take a trade than take a bad trade, and not to say I don't ever take losing trades. But yeah, I think for me, even if I get this long and we get this impulse and I get a really nice profit target taken, that's a winning trade. Even if we come back down and we take that low, right? So it's not like, oh, that was a terrible long because look, we're back down here. It's like, well, I'm taking profits. That's a winning trade. If I get this long, oh, price is never going to keep going higher. You're being scammed. It's like, well, I'm already in profits. So now, no matter what happens, I don't really care. So I'm just looking to trade technically. I'm not looking. I probably have some biases towards. I have different ideas. Biases towards higher, biases towards lower. But I just wipe the biases out of my head and I trade what I'm seeing in front of me. Right? I'm looking at order flow. I'm looking at key levels. I'm seeing back tests of key levels. So I'm taking trades off of them. And I don't care what my bias is. I care what's happening in front of me. I want to get into trades where I'm likely to get nice take profits, like this swing failure, so on. So anyways, I just wanted to do that update. I think it's definitely interesting price action. We're still just kind of ranging here. It's been quick, certainly. But we have major support levels below us, resistance above us. I really like to tap this level, but we'll see if we get it. Okay, so beyond that, if you want to join the World Series of Trading team, my team, you can do that by creating an account with the Bybit link below. If you don't mind joining the Telegram, that's where I'll give some updates on how to register in, I think, a day and a half. What I'm going to do is set up a Discord channel for team members, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll go over the rules and all that stuff, but there's $8 million in prize money, and full disclosure, I make money as well as a team leader. If my team wins, the whole team makes money if the team wins, and it takes into account the top 10 traders. So my goal is to, hey, if I'm going to make money if the team wins, I want to do what I can to bring a win for the team. As a leader of the team, I kind of have a responsibility to do what I can to give us the best chance at success. So that's why I'm going to set up a World Series of Trading Discord channel. And for that competition, I'll share a lot of updates there and things, and all members can share ideas and things like that. And we can, see what we can do. It'd be a lot of fun to win it, obviously. Everybody likes making money. And I think, relatively speaking, maybe we'll have 100 or 200 people on the team, but compared to some of the bigger teams, we'll be one of the smaller ones, and the prize money is divided. So I think that's going to be fun if we can place top 10, I think, as prize money. So, okay. Well, that's my update for today. I hope you all are having a good one. And, again, we're getting another swing failure here. Got to look for some weakness. We've taken these highs. But by the time you see this video, because it will take a little bit to upload, this will probably be irrelevant. All right. I hope you guys have a good day.